The Senate Judiciary Committee discussed ways to hold the Chinese regime accountable for the cover-up of the CCP virus outbreak. The chairman, Senator Graham, asked if civil lawsuits in the U.S. could proceed against China under the current law. Experts argue that diplomatic and economic measures may be the best way to respond to the regime for its mishandling of the virus.
Amend the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act.
Senators and legal experts met on Tuesday to discuss ways to hold the Chinese regime accountable for covering up the CCP virus pandemic. Republican Senator Lindsey chairs the Judiciary Committee. He suggests the U.S. should consider whether new tools are necessary to prevent what he calls devastating and deadly behavior from the CCP.
We also know that China failed to inform the world about the nature of the virus, that they restricted travel into China but allowed Chinese citizens to travel throughout the world. They knew it was human-to-human transmission, and they failed to adequately inform the WHO, in my view, and the world at large.
Missouri and Mississippi have sued China, saying the regime concealed information about the initial outbreak of the virus, which has caused their residents harm. Senator Dianne Feinstein, a Democrat, says this claim needs to be looked into.
Pandemic. And let me say, this is the one thing that I think we really need to look into. Was information, in fact, quote, concealed, end quote?
On December 30th, Chinese doctor Li Wenliang shared a report of a SARS-like virus with his medical school classmates on WeChat, warning them to take precautionary measures. 2 days later, a Hubei health official told a genomics company to destroy all existing samples of the virus. Later that week, local police called in Dr. Li Wenliang and reprimanded him for rumor-mongering when he blew the whistle about the virus. President Trump signed legislation last week sanctioning those who oppress Uyghur Muslims in China. An international law professor suggests that Congress consider sanctioning China even more.
You could give the president further guidance in the types of sanctions you would like to see him impose, as you've done with the Uyghur Human Rights Act recently. And I think those types of levers are the ones that are much less likely to boomerang back than the one that your colleagues are proposing here.
Experts have cautioned against taking away China's immunity to allow lawsuits against the country because China may retaliate against the U.S. with lawsuits of their own. Kevin Hogan, NTD News.